Hello everybody, this is Duck and welcome to another episode of Duck's World. I am right now swimming back to the mob farm from being over by my nether portal. I was contemplating doing a nether expedition this episode, and then I realized that I am not prepared for that. So what instead we're going to do is we're going to do what I promised to do, is we're going to actually finish up the mob farm today, and hopefully it gets to a point where it's a little bit better looking and gets producing a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep right now, and then I am going to get the resources necessary to finish up this mob farm. So what we need to do left on the mob farm today is, first of all, we need to light up this area so mobs actually spawn up there in the spawning area. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to take torches and, well, I just said that. We need to use the torches to light up this area. I guess I already said that. And we also need to do some sort of killing and collection chamber here, so when the mobs do spawn and fall down here, they don't just wander aimlessly out here. So we'll have to build up some sort of holding chamber, which then I can just use a sword for and kill them all. And then some sort of item collection, which will probably be underground. But then after that, the mob farm should be done. I believe it is going to be functional. It just happens to be I need to light all the spawning spaces around it, and then we should be able to get some pretty good and useful items. Like I said in the last episode, I do kind of want TNT for the rest of my base digging project. I think that might make it faster, and if not faster, it'll just make it look cooler. So I'm going to grab some cobblestone, and then we will start working on the holding chamber right away. So now I did bring some cobblestone and some andesite, and so what we're going to do is we're just kind of start making a box around here to kind of keep the mobs contained in. And I'm leaving it one off the ground for the walls, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build steps so that I can use a sweeping edge sword over the top of the wall to take out the mobs in a manner where they're not going to shoot at me, especially the skeletons. But if there's a witch, maybe I can prevent them from doing that as well. And I also am wanting some sort of collection system underneath, so I don't want to put it right down in the ground. Otherwise, it makes it just harder for me to be able to take care of the storage system here in a little bit. But yeah, what we're doing right now is I'm just using some cobblestone, and I'm building up the walls in a manner where spiders also aren't going to just stick and stay. That's kind of what I was trying to avoid, or what I am trying to avoid. So that's kind of it for the wall. I'm digging down now so I can do hoppers and chests and whatnot. I'm gonna bring them out this way, I think. So now I'm just going to take this down a little deeper, and then we can start building some sort of step system here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this, then bring this up one more, and then just bring that down like that. So that's that, so I can view this here. I'm going to go one more up, I think. I think that would be beneficial. So we're going to go one more up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this all... I was going to say we're going to bring this all in one, but I think we're going to leave it like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to need to make some half slabs so that I can just I can see through here to sweep at them. I am realizing that I probably should put a floor down first of half slabs. So if they're gonna sit here, I'm going to need to put fill this in so that they can sit right here in front of me. And then I'm actually going to want to keep this cut out. So as they're falling down, I can hit at them. Actually, no. Forget that. I'm going to fill this in. And then what I'm going to want to do instead is I'm actually going to want to just build this quite a bit higher. I was going to I was going to have it so that they fall by fall damage, but I think that that actually would not be beneficial for me. I'm not sure if I get the EXP from that, or experience from that or not, so I'm just going to not even risk it, because I don't want to redesign the mob farm later. So I'm just going to build up these walls even further. And I'm going to have to use andesite, so it's not all going to match, but that's okay. It's a mob farm. It's not something super fancy. And build that up. And I'm sorry for the lack of pretty good commentary. I'm learning this kind of as I go, and also I'm kind of under the weather while recording this, so we're kind of just going with it. So we're going to bring this up, these walls up here. I don't think that matches, but I think it'll be okay. Put the andesite. Okay. So now all that I need is some half slabs, which I'll get here in a second. And then after that, all we should have to do is half slab this off, and then find some way to gather items from underneath, which means that I might actually have to replace the floor here for half slabs, but that's more than doable. So I'm going to go grab some cobblestone from the dig project for the base and find a stone cutter somewhere to turn them into half slabs, and I'll be right back. So now I've collected some cobblestone slabs. I think we should be able, after we sleep, we should be able to finish up the killing chamber for the mob farm, and then all we have to do then is some sort of item collection system, which shouldn't be that difficult. One thing that I am going to need to keep an eye on is creepers, and so I don't anger them and blow the whole mob farm up. But I think that if I just am a little bit more attentive than I usually am, it should be no issue. So we're going to make our way back over there, and then while we're working on finishing up the mob farm, I actually am kind of brainstorming whether or not I want to do some more world exploration today in this episode. I think that I'll have the time for it, and I think that it would be quite cool to do. So, I'm thinking I might do that afterwards. But let's get this mob farm finished up first, and then I can decide whether or not we want to do that today. Did want to point out just now too, I finally caved and finally did some sort of manual farm. I'm not a fan of manual farms just because they take a long time, and I don't want to have to gather food in between clips to deal with that manual farm. Gather food and then replant, because that's boring and I don't want to put it on camera, but I finally caved. It's finally time that I do it, because as you noticed at the beginning of this episode, I did finish up my dried kelp, which is of course not a great food source, but it's something. But I had to do something. So I've got some carrots, some beetroot, some wheat for bread. It was just time. So I finally caved in and did that. So now that we are back here at the mob farm, I am going to do this because it bugs me. That brings us up here. Now if I put it here, can I still swing at them with my sword? Yes. That's good. So now I think we're going to have to replace this here. So we're going to have to just cut these all out. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to lower it by another block so that I'm hitting at the heads of the mobs and not just at the torso. The reason I want to do that is so that they can't like pathfind to me and shoot at me. So if we bring it down here and we put that there, not only should it prevent them from spawning down here without taking any damage, oops, but it also will make it so that the skeletons especially can't shoot at me necessarily, so that's a good thing. So we're going to do that, and also by the sounds of it, wandering trader, what do you got? Nothing good. Okay, well, sorry for that. By the sounds of it, it also helps out a considerable amount for my my actual my actual collection system. Like hoppers can collect items through a half slab, but they can't through a full block, which I didn't know until just now. So having the half slabs here should help. So now that we've got that done, I actually think that I'm actually gonna have to cut this away for a second because there's something else that I wanted to do. I wanted to see if there's some way that I can have some water and some signs on this very end, so if they fall in the water, they come towards me, so I don't have to worry about reaching. So I might just get rid of the lava here in this bucket. Here, there, and we can just take this water, and we can then just find some way to bring it forward. Why is it? Oh, it's because it's a slab. I just waterlogged the slab. Let's do that. And then what I'll have to do is I'll have to bring, while flooding this place, apparently I'll have to bring some signs and just stop it so that it doesn't come all the way over, because they still need to take some sort of fall damage. So I'll go right now and I'll get some signs, and then I'll come back, finish up the water, and then we'll continue with lighting up the area so that we can get mobs to spawn in the spawner and not here on the ground. So we're back with some signs. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to fight this very glitchy water because of half slabs, and I'm just going to take these signs. I brought way too many, of course, but we're just going to put them there. So now what that's done is that's ensured that any mobs that fall here, actually I might go one further because I can reach, and we'll just ensure that they take some sort of damage first. That might go terribly poor, but I'm thinking that that might just help me a little bit in my control. I'm thinking I might actually have messed up the order because of the block placement, because that's pretty high up. So I'm going to actually change this up. And I'm sorry that I'm doing this on camera, but I'm learning on the fly because I've never built a mob farm like this before. There we go. Now I can swing at him. There we go. So we accomplished what we needed to. That's the killing chamber done. And in terms of item collection, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I want to ensure that it works first before I go through the hassle of crafting hoppers and all of that. But what I did craft is I did craft a whole bunch of torches. So we're going to go around, we're going to light up this area just to ensure that no mobs spawn out here, and they'll actually spawn up in the spawner and then fall down. So I'm just going to go around basically torch spamming the place, just to make sure that we don't have to worry too much about spawning outside of the spawner around here, especially around the second village, because the villagers in the first one are all gone. So I'm going to want to use these villagers at some point when I do a villager trading post of some sort. So we're going to need to worry about that later. There's a cave down here. What is down here? Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but there's a cave. That's cool. I need to light this up anyways for spawning space per chunk. So this is not a complete waste, and I found iron, so it's really not a complete waste at all. That's just copper. That's useless. Does this go just back up to ground level? Yeah, it does. That should be lit up enough. And so now we're going to come down here. There's coal, which I will take here in a second because I need it. And then there's the dead end. Okay, wow. That was a pretty small cave. Not bad by any means. I'll take whatever I can get in terms of exploration and iron and coal. But it wasn't something super tremendous. So I'll take this coal and then I'll continue lighting up the ground around the spawner, and I'll catch you when something else interesting happens. So I've only got a couple more torches. So I'm just kind of lighting it up on this hilltop around the mob farm. See, the mob farm's over there. I've kind of just been going in a spiral-ish type of motion and just finding where there's shadows, especially over here where there's like floating islands where there's shade. I'm just taking the rest of my torches and kind of just going around nonchalantly trying to find a place. where a torch is needed. And I've only got 4 more, and after I run out, I'm actually thinking I'm going to do something a little bit more on the unusual side for me. I'm going to try to see if I can find the resources to do books. I'm thinking I might want to start enchanting some armor. I know some people would rather wait until we have diamond tools before enchanting them, but I'm thinking it might be to my benefit to start enchanting now rather than later, because I kind of need the the ability to be a little more stupid, because I won't be not stupid ever in this game, but I need the insurance that when I do something a little bit on the more daft side, I don't risk losing my life because of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go to these villages, see if I can find a bookshelf or craft a bookshelf and get a librarian so that I can start trading books. And then I've got a couple diamonds, so I might see about doing some sort of enchanting after I get some obsidian, of course, with an enchanting table. So I'm going to quickly see if I can craft a bookshelf with the stuff in my base, and then we will see about finding a librarian. So I'll catch you guys up to speed when I have an update on that. So I was able to craft 2 books with the leather and sugarcane turned into paper that I had. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over there to that sugarcane, take some more of it, make some paper out of it, and then I've got to find some way somehow to get more leather. Cows aren't super common right now. Speaking of which, there's one right there. But I need the leather. I need some sort of enchantment books, because I need mending of some sort, because I don't want to keep breaking tools, and armor. And I'm gonna take out the what, horses don't drop leather? I thought they did. Yeah, I need to find some way that. Also, I should probably have blast protection since I'm going to be doing a mob farm with creepers. It's for insurance, so I don't always die. So I'm going to just punch these. Leave a little bit to grow later. Punch some of the sugar cane so I can get some more paper done. And then I'll see about making a bookshelf, if I can remember how to make a bookshelf. And then we will see about finding a librarian. Now I've got to find more. More cows, more leather. Excuse me. And then we will probably have enough leather for another book. I didn't really pay much attention when I was crafting them, how much leather it took. I just kind of used the crafting guide. But I'll keep looking, and I'll catch you guys up to speed when I've got some more available books. I got distracted, but I had a boat, so I actually have an Enderman now in my boat, and I'm hoping that I don't die from this, but I'm going to actually take him out, kill my first Enderman of the series. There we are, and he's gone. I just got distracted. I want to take out the Enderman, so I did. Also, that sound effect for the Enderman dying is pretty atrocious. Let's see if I was just unlucky with the horses. Nope, I wasn't. Horses must not drop leather at all. So I'll just have to wait. There's oh, sorry, I just made a horse's sound. I must really be sick. But there's a cave right there that I didn't know existed. I gotta run to this village real quick. Sleep through the night. But yeah, I'm sorry I did get distracted from the task at hand, in terms of getting books and stuff, but I wanted to take out that Enderman, because I hadn't done one before, and I had watched too much YouTube, and I saw that trick on YouTube to use the boat. So I took him out. It was pretty easy, not a fair fight, but it is what it is. So let's sleep, and then we'll continue to be looking for stuff for books. So I'm going to sleep real quick, and then we'll keep looking for leather mostly. And we'll hopefully be able to get a librarian before the end of this episode. So now I've got 5 leather and hopefully enough sugarcane to make more paper. I'm just going to sit right here in this... Oh, wrong button. Shift. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to sit right here in this next new village, craft some books, and we'll see if we can make a bookshelf, hopefully. Do I have enough wood? I don't have any wood. Well, that's dandy. I don't have a crafting bench, so I'll have to make a trip back there for the crafting, back to my base for the crafting bench. One thing I'm going to do now here, just to kind of, more than anything, flex on my learning of this game. If this dumb golem doesn't move real quick, I'm going to go up 3, anger him, and then we're going to just take out the iron golem for more iron. Now this is a slow process, especially since I'm using a stone sword, but I just learned how to do this properly without dying. I've done it a couple times in this series, but I always kept dying while trying to take him out. And that's because I never did it on flat ground like this. So, now that we have some more iron, let's go back to the base and see about getting a crafting table, or just getting some wood more than anything. I should probably have a crafting table always on me. But let's go back, let's get some more wood. And actually, let's just get wood from here. This stupid tree is right here in the middle of the path. Might as well just take it out. Okay, well, we've got a bookshelf now. Let's go see if we can get one of these villagers to become a librarian for us. Hey, you guys all have jobs? Yeah. You're a leather worker. Well, that's good to know. Except that I would rather you just give me leather than emerald instead of me giving you leather for emeralds. So let's just find a villager that doesn't have a job. Any in here? No. You have a job? I'm not seeing one. Oh, I'd have to go to the other base. Or not the other base, the other village. By the base. Oh, never mind. Hey. Nope. Okay. I needed a silk touch for that, didn't I? Crap. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't know about that, stupid mechanic. Let's go back to the base, see if I've got enough resources to rebuild that bookshelf and find a villager that doesn't have a job. And then we will hopefully be able to get this situation sorted out, so I've got a permanent librarian. So let's get that, and I'll catch you guys at the base here in about 5 seconds. So we got the bookshelves back. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to find a house in here that doesn't have a job. Well, there's a barrel. Oh, fisherman. Find a house that doesn't have a job set. We've got 2 bookshelves, so we're going to do that. So what that will do is, with 2 bookshelves here, that should ensure that one of the villagers, even if they do get zombified, are librarians. So now all we're going to have to do is wait the long game, wait for a librarian to show up, which could be forced. If I do this, they'll go to their homes. One of them's going to be a librarian at some point, I would think. At least I would hope. Come on. Oh, you both have jobs, so that doesn't help. Ah, too many people. Well, I think that this at least forces them eventually to take up the librarian trade. There's nobody in here? Nope. Well, that's at least good. We've got something happening, I hope, with the librarians. So I think I'm going to sleep real quick because it's getting dusk, and then we'll see if there's anything else we need to do before the end of this episode. I'm starting to feel like the YouTuber B00, just right-clicking on the bed, waiting for night. There it is. Because I just don't want to deal with mobs or anything like that. So I just, as soon as it gets close, I just go to bed, right-click, and wait. Oh, hi. How are you doing? I don't think I want to do that for an emerald. Actually I might. I'll do it. I've got enough iron. Just so that you stay here. Stay here by me. Because I don't think I have very many emeralds. And if at any point these librarians become librarians, if these villagers ever become librarians, I'm going to need quite a few emeralds, which you don't have. You are not a librarian, are you? Nope, you are a toolsmith. You're nothing. So, yeah, once they become librarians, I'll need the emeralds. But I don't think I've actually ever explored this building down here. I walk by it all the time, but I never actually explore what's here. We've got a farmer. We got... Oh, this is where I've got the smithing table. Okay. That's good to know. It's good to know where that is. Oh, hi. How are you doing? Is there anything else further along here? I mean, there's path blocks, so I think there probably would be. At least I'd hope there would be. No, it's the end of the village. Okay. End of the village is over here. Well, on that note, I think that I'm... Oh, wait. Are you anything up here? Ouch. Oh, no, you're just on the other side of the hill. I've gone by you a lot. Yeah, there's the bookshelf. Okay. Well, on that note, I think I actually am going to call it for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you guys so much for your support on the last episode. The last episode got a ton of positive feedback, and I do appreciate that. If you guys do have any feedback, I do appreciate having it in the comments. I read them all, and so having that response to people is very important to me. I take all of your guys' comments very seriously, and I do thank you guys so much for them. And please let me know of any suggestions, anything that I've done wrong in today's episode, whether it be the mob farm or in the bookshelves department. I definitely would appreciate it, because I do get a whole lot wrong here because I am new. So any kind of feedback you guys have will be appreciated. But I think that that's probably going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode. Adios.